What separates pro chord voicers from amateurs on guitar is the knowledge that not every area on the fretboard should be treated the same. So let's say I pick a chord, a C major 7 chord, from the 6th string right here. One of the big advantages of learning guitar is that as long as you have a chord shape that doesn't have any open strings in it, you can just shift that chord shape around, up or down, and it's always going to remain the same chord. It's always going to be a major 7 chord wherever you play it. You don't have to relearn how to place your fingers, unlike on piano or keyboards, where if you want to start from a different note, you have to relearn the fingerings because of the placement of the black and white keys. But we don't have the problem on guitar. But the disadvantage is that sometimes we don't play the right kind of voicing for where we are on the fretboard because we rely too much on shifting the shapes around. So if I play the C major 7 here, it sounds great, it's well balanced, it sounds full. But if I play it here, or even here, it starts getting muddy a little bit. It's probably too low of a voicing for where I am on the fretboard because of the... So the lower you play on the fretboard, the more you have to spread out your voicings and play simpler chords. If you play extended chords down the fretboard, it gets muddy and you kind of lose information because it can be explained by the harmonics series with music. So each note that you play has a series of harmonics into it that makes it the note that it is. So when I play an open 6th string, that's an E, there's an E in there, but there's also a little bit of B harmonics and even a little bit of D harmonics in the really, really upper harmonics. So that's why the lower the note you play, the more room it has for the harmonics to develop on top. So when you play too many notes, now we have too much harmonic information into that chord, so that's why it's going to sound much better if you played higher on the fretboard. So on paper, this is a great chord. That's a E major 7 with the root, the major 7, the major 3rd, and I add a 13. But it's way too low for that voicing. If I play that 1 octave higher, it already sounds much better, but it's still a little bit cramped up, even here. But if I play that up the fretboard, now it sounds crystal clear and super well balanced, right? So that's the principle here. You want to spread out your notes and play simpler chords down the fretboard with low notes. You want to play just regular extended chords like major 7, minor 7s in the middle. And up the fretboard, you can go bonkers with the extensions because we need more extensions for the chord to sound great because it has so little room for the harmonics to develop that if you add more notes, it's going to make it sound more lush, if you will, right? It's the same thing, once again, if you go on piano or keyboards. If you play a major 7, let's say a C major 7, C, E, G, B, down the keyboard, it's going to sound awful. But if you play it in the middle region, it's going to sound full. And if you play it up, it's going to sound still a little bit too tiny because you need more notes to fill it up so you can go bonkers with the extensions, like I said. So that's why people love to use spread triad chords on the low end of the fretboard like this. So instead of playing like a E major 7 with extensions, I'm going to play just the root and the 3rd of the chord, but the 3rd is spread it out 1 octave higher like this. So you often hear arrangements like these down the fretboard. Right? You can add the 5th of the chord, but spread it out, right? Especially if you love to play through a lot of reverb like I do, it gives the space to the notes to ring properly. right? It's perfect for using a lot of reverb. So if I want to play the same exact chord progression, which was E, and then G sharp minor, and then B, if I play it in the middle region, then I would play probably an E major 7, and then the G minor 7, G sharp minor 7, and then the B major 7. And like I said, if I play up the fretboard, I can go bonkers with the extension, something like a... something like this. So we add like 11s and 13s, and you can add any note you want in these extensions, right? So that's the principle, the 3 regions rules. You play simpler chords and spread it out at the bottom, regular extended chords in the middle, and up you can play lots of extensions. And it's also perfect if you want to start layering as well. If you do like me and you compose your own songs and you want them to sound full by playing it only on the electric guitar, you can use that principle and play the chords in each area and layer them with a looper or in your recording software. So let me demonstrate with my looper how that would sound. Wow. So you get the point. It's well balanced because of where I played on the fretboard and what kinds of voicings I decided to use depending on where I was. If you want to learn more about spread triad chords, I have a free mini course on my website. You can check it out. First link in the description box. It's a 45 minutes online course where you get exercises to practice spread triads in any key from any point you want on the fretboard. So that might be something great to add to your bag of tools as a guitar player. Thanks a lot for watching. You can also click on this video next. YouTube thought that it was the best video for you to watch next, so I'm gonna trust the algorithm that it's the best video for you. Go check it out, this one, and then I'm gonna see you real soon on a new video. Until next time, au revoir.